All right. Peace and blessings to everybody. How's everybody doing this wonderful evening?
Grand.
I am your boy, J.O.G.A.N. My people might know me as number 2, Deuce Van Exel. In the podcast world, I am J.O.G.A.N. That's real over everything. This is my boy Doughboy Television.
Salute, my brother. How you doing?
Oh, doing wonderful.
Well, loving the MUDKNOC Studios.
Oh, shout out to MUDKNOC. Shout out to MUDKNOC Studios. Anybody in Atlanta needs any recording, mixing, mastering, vocal work, holler at MUDKNOC Studios. Also, want to shout out people who made me who I am, the reason why I am number 2, able to even do a podcast. Shout out to my big brother, 4 Eyes. My mom, my mother, my father who's not here anymore. Shout out to my homie E, White Jesus, Bobby the Dread, Andy Pascal, Big Rob, rest in peace Big Steve. A bunch of people who really made me who I am, so I'm blessed to breathe another day and be able to bring my energy to you. Hopefully we can bring something positive to you, entertaining, as well as a little bit of knowledge, you know, whether it's about hip-hop or mixing and mastering or just kicking a little game to you. So, pretty much, yeah. This is jokes, opinions, greatness, and nonsense. So, you're going to get a couple jokes, you'll get some opinions, you'll get some greatness, and a little bit of nonsense. How you feeling today, Doughboy?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm glad to be here with you.
Hey, that's what's up, man. This is episode 1. So thank you for everybody who's going to, work with us, check us out, be inspired by us, or support us. Thank you very much.
He said try something new. I said why not? No homo.
That's what we do, man. We trying to have fun.
I can be a little unpolitically correct every once in a while.
We want to do all that. We're going to bring politically incorrect. We're going to be, we're not going to, we're going to bring everything pretty much. So we ain't going to be correct. We're going to be incorrect about a lot of stuff, especially the first episode. So the breakdown of our show pretty much is, it's my last name, jokes, opinions, greatness, and nonsense. That's pretty much the spiel of the show. And we're going to be real over everything.
You goddamn right.
That's it. So the first thing we kind of want to get into is, I guess Cat Williams broke the internet. So
I love it.
Yeah, I guess we're in the age of awakening, as well as the age of truth, and at least telling your truth. How do you feel about what he said, Doughboy?
Well, I mean, shit. He's being real. If motherfuckers is stealing his shit and mobbing up on him, he put him against the wall. Yeah. Motherfucker gonna have to let him have it, right?
I mean, yeah, he made some very, very good points about comedians who come out and do the exact same set. And I used to work at a comedy club, so I study comedy, and I've seen comedians literally come and do the exact same set, exact same jokes, exact same order of jokes for 15 minutes. So if you ever see them again, you already know the punchline because they're doing the exact same order of jokes. So I mean,
they had a little bit of bullshit to it, but they know where it came from.
I mean, I guess when you see somebody rapping or singing, they're performing a song, doing the exact same song, the way you hear it over and over again, and they never get flack or talked about for that.
That's called biting. That's an old school hip hop term.
Yeah.
That's what that is. Taking people's shit. Stop it.
Yeah. So with Cat Williams doing what he did, kind of calling out everybody, pretty much putting everybody on blast. Where would you rank Cat Williams in your all-time list of comedy? Stand-up comedy, not just being funny. He was funny in movies or he was funny over here. Stand-up comedy. Where would you list or rank Cat in your top 6 comedians? Stand-up comedy. Number 3?
3 or 4, something like that.
I mean, I guess I'm gonna go.
That motherfucker makes me laugh.
If we go, try to go 1 to 6, it's, you know,
well, 1 might be Dave Chappelle.
The greatest. So if
that dude is a fool.
If Dave Chappelle is the greatest, if he jumped over Eddie Murphy and Richard Pryor and Robin Harris and Bernie Mac and people who was already, you know what I'm saying? So if Dave Chappelle jumped over all of them people, he's number 1. All right, cool. He's number 1. So we ain't gonna argue that. He's number 1. Who's number 2?
Richard Pryor.
So Richard Pryor, because you don't even get half the comedians in the game without Richard Pryor. So if Richard Pryor's number 2,
me personally like Dave Chappelle. So I guess I give Cat Williams number 3. He's up there. I mean, he's hilarious.
So we're gonna put Richard number 2. So then Cat jumped over Eddie. He jumped over Chris Rock. He jumped over Mike Epps. He jumped over Bernie. That's why I just want to make sure.
I like Cat Williams. Anytime I see Cat Williams, anything, I'm on it right away.
There's different levels of comedians. People always know it's hood comedians. Then you got, your political comedians
too.
Like once again, I have George Carlin.
George Carlin's a good one.
George Carlin is in my top 6 comedians of all time.
And the other white boy that used to scream and died.
Sam Kinison.
That dude was hilarious too.
So Sam Kinison, he actually is very, very funny, but his shtick or his style of comedy kind of either is abrasive or it's too much. It's like where you can't take him screaming at you non-stop.
Well, you know a question. Did Cat Williams say that someone put a gun in his suitcase on the way in the airport or something like that? Or what other comedian was that?
A comedian put another.
Somebody say that. It might have been him. I'm not sure. But then I do remember that Sam Kinison said that he got into a fight with his bitch and she threw a pistol in his. So when he got in the airport, they locked his ass up. That might be a joke that somebody that Cat Williams might have stole that one.
That's why you like Sam Kinison. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, I guess I don't have Cat number 3. I mean, I guess I would.
I like Cat. I like it.
If Richard's number 2, if Dave is number 1, if Richard's number 2, Robin Harris died kind of before he blew up because he died before the Baby Kids movie. Baby Kids. He died before Baby Kids was actually released.
Yeah.
So Faison had to come in and voice the role of Robin Harris for Baby Kids. But Robin Harris, he was so funny that basically
he was a real good.
So people don't realize that Def Comedy Jam was actually created for Robin Harris to be the host.
I didn't know that.
And see, and then he actually passed away. So then Martin ended up getting the host job because Martin they had a relationship too as well. But a little fun fact for you, Robin Harris would have actually been the host of Def Comedy Jam, which means how big would he have actually been as a comedian? Huge. Then Baby Kids, the movie was about to come out all at the same time.
Yeah,
kind of crazy. So it's hard for me to have people jump over Robin Harris, but once again, he's kind of short-lived in his life of comedy. Cat Williams has a lot of comedy, especially a lot of material to be judged by. I can't put him at 3 though. I don't know if I can put him at 3.
Well, I don't even know if I got him at 3 really, but he's all right. It'll be all right there.
I mean,
way too many comedians. Though.
Bernie Mac, I still like Bernie Mac.
Chi-Town,
shit. I mean, I like Mike Epps, but I mean, to put him in the top.
I like Mike Epps.
I've seen Mike Epps be very, very funny. He's just funny.
You don't even have to joke. He just has to how he moves around and says shit. It's just.
Deon Cole. Deon Cole is very funny too. And he writes. He writes.
And DJs. Ain't that a bitch? Motherfucker DJs house music in Atlanta. And that shit be full.
But see, people also, they don't know about Patrice O'Neal. Me and Mr. Mud was talking earlier, Mud's off camera. We were talking about Patrice O'Neal earlier. Patrice O'Neal is one of the funniest just funny as a personality. But then he didn't get a lot of specials. He didn't have a lot of comedy specials. So a lot of his material is online. So
I'm trying to figure out who it is.
If you're a fan, Patrice O'Neal, he blew up off of he was on Dave Chappelle's TV show. Like the pimps that were roasting people.
I'm rich, bitch.
No. That's Ashley Larry. That's
okay,
Ashley Larry.
Yeah, but what isn't that Patrice O'Neal?
No, Ashley Larry is Ashley Larry. Patrice O'Neal was one of the other guys who was with like Ice-T when they would come on. All the pimps would come roast everybody. Very funny sketch. But he also
with rest in peace.
he was on the
Murphy.
Man Show, I believe, with what's the guy's name? White comedian. It used to be on Comedy Central, a show called The Man Show.
I remember The Man Show.
Used to be on that show as well.
I missed that show. The world needs that now.
Yeah, the world
Not
needs
the
the world
identify
needs
as
men in general now. But
Men
I
that
mean,
act like men.
with comedians, I mean, pretty much leave a comment. Let us know who you have as your top 6 comedians. Where do you rank Cat Williams? Is Cat Williams in your top 6 comedians? Because I'm not sure. He might be number 6. Maybe. He may be number 6. I don't want to be a prisoner of the moment. Because, I mean, there are a lot of comedians. I studied comedy for a long time. You still got Tommy Davidson. You got Sinbad. You got Martin Lawrence. You got, people would consider even Robert Townsend, who ended up becoming a writer and an actor. He was a comedian at one point in time. Keenan Ivory Wayans, who ended up creating In Living Color, was a writer and comedian at one time. You still got comedians like your man who had the show. The white guy, the construction show. He moving cocaine. You know. You know what I'm talking about.
Right?
He's moving cocaine.
What the fuck is his name?
But people think he's funny. I mean, there's a lot of comedians in the world. So I mean, but where would you?
Tim the Two Man.
There you go. But where would you rank Cat in comedy in general? And then is he in your top 6? Because I don't know if he's in my top 6. Let's see. Moving on. Also, Cat talked about somebody who I personally know in his little interview with Shay Shay. Talked about Ludacris. When I knew him, he was just Chris. He eventually moved to Atlanta, Georgia. Got a job working for the radio station, became Chris Lover Lover. Ended up putting out his own independent CD, Incognito. He actually sold supposedly 25 to 30,000 independent copies of that album. And then blew up, and then got his own record deal through Def Jam, and they basically created Def Jam South using him as the main artist. Cat Williams basically said that Chris was at an Illuminati party, which I can't vouch for, say anything about. I mean, it's real. People either think the Illuminati is real or not, but we definitely understand that people with power in the entertainment industry is a real thing. So,
don't fuck with nobody with no long money.
Supposedly, Chris and Cat were in the same place, and then the story's on Club Shay Shay. I'm not going to repeat what Cat said about Chris, but he basically said that he believed that something happened and the Illuminati is a real thing. So, with that being said, if the Illuminati is real, what artists would you think would be in the Illuminati? You go ahead and leave a comment. It could be entertainers in general or rappers. I kind of want to say Taylor Swift because I just saw a picture of a woman who's like a satanic. Have you seen this? This woman is a satanic, high-level satanic priest, like a witch. And she looks like she's Taylor Swift's twin. And the story on the internet, got the internet streets buzzing, is that she's a clone of Taylor Swift is a clone of her. That's why Taylor Swift has all this big-ass fan base, because she was a witch. So, that's J. I didn't make it up. You can Google it yourself, Taylor Swift, satanic witch. You find your own images. I didn't make none of this shit up. So, I would... If I had to just put any entertainer out there as of right now, I'd put Taylor Swift out there. People used to say Rihanna. People say anybody who did this.
Katy Perry with all that
anybody who
shit
did
going on at the award shows.
On camera. Anybody who did this on camera was Illuminati.
That's Latin King.
Yeah. Hey. But I don't know. So I'm just like, it's just questions in my head, so like, if Cat says the Illuminati is real, he an Illuminati party, which means if he's an Illuminati party, the Illuminati is real. I'm a regular nigga. Who else would be considered Illuminati? I mean, people would think, or people have said Jay-Z. People have said Rick Ross. People have, I would kind of think T.I. I would think T.I. I know we in Atlanta right now.
Well, well, that Mason shit goes with all that shit. Did Ludo say something then like you ain't even in the 3rd degree or something like that?
Well, see, people.
That's what that shit. That's what that shit fucks me up. Cause
I'm not. It's like I want to
say that shit goes together and it don't also.
We all have an opinion on situations, but I'm not to say I'm the most versed to speak about Freemasonry and have a real solid stance on that. I understand Freemasonry is a real thing, and conspiracy-wise, people think that Freemasonry is connected to the Illuminati some way because once you move up in your level of your branches per se, then you would then get to higher information, and with the higher information means you become enlightened. Enlightened is part of the Illuminati, the enlightened ones.
Yes,
supposedly.
Well, I will say this: I've worked with Rick Ross and T.I. many times, and that ain't none of my business.
Exactly. So once again,
they got some long money.
Yeah. So that's why everything people have no proof. Everybody can have an opinion on something, and that's what we have. We have jokes, we have opinions, we got greatness and nonsense. That's what we got. So,
kind of the nonsense.
Yeah. Well, we can move on. People, leave a comment of who you think, rapper or entertainer, would possibly be connected to whatever people want to consider the Illuminati. However that is.
Ooh, that